Warning, seismic activity! Hive leader drawn out by your offensive against the Vek. The Hive leader is assaulting the corporate headquarters. And yeah, so there we go. These other regions were destroyed by the Vek. You have to go back to the corporate headquarters now, and then your bonus objectives for all of the headquarters boss missions are always the same. Destroy whatever the boss Vek is, whatever the leader is, and then save the tower. Gotta save the corporation. Corporate headquarters, gotta protect it. So here we go. Some kind of Vek abomination is approaching our headquarters. Whatever it is, it must be stopped. So there is the boss, the pink one right there. They have way more health, and they do way more damage, and they usually have some sort of crazy attack modifier thing, like shooting in several different directions or whatever. We'll see that when we get in there. And then two things are going to spawn. The tower is right here, next to the mountain range. We'll do what we can. Seeing this layout, does it change my mind about wanting our Vek to be able to, or our artillery being able to push things around without destroying buildings? No, I think I'm happy with what we chose. So here we go. Boss time. The Firefly leader. Let's take a look at you. It is a leader. These are the most powerful Vek. They're immune to water, and they can be more challenging to kill. So, you know, you can't just drown a boss. You can't just knock it into the water. Its attack is Burning Thorax. Launch goo projectiles in two directions. So it shoots forward and backward at the same time, and it'll do 4 damage in each direction. So we got to be really careful about positioning. It can only move 3 though, and it has 6 health. Oh my gosh, this sucks. This is awful. But at the same time, 4 damage is enough to take out, you know, any other Vek. So if we can spin you around or push you into somewhere that helps us out a bit more, then yeah, I'm all about that. I gotta think here. You can only move 3. So it's gonna be, you know, here, shooting this way, or it's gonna be, you know, here, shooting this way at us. How far can the Scorpion move? The Scorpion's here. Artillery here. It could theoretically shoot at one of these buildings. That would be really bad. I need our artillery ready to push it around wherever it ends up. I'm also really concerned that you're going to get webbed. Ugh. I'm preparing. I mean, can we try to bait it? Right? Can we try to bait it? If I'm the Scorpion, I mean, if I'm here, I don't usually spend this much time on setups. Good grief, this is ridiculous. I'm really worried about that 4 damage though, because if it kills any of our mechs, we're in a lot of trouble for the rest of this fight. And when you set up, the enemies get to move immediately as soon as we hit go. So this can, you know, really screw you up if you have a bad setup at the start. So if we do that, you come here or here and web me. Artillery is almost certainly going to have to push the leader in some direction. You can only move 3. So if we do that, we could shoot here, push the Webber away. So maybe we just put you there, just out of range of that guy, and then he's going to attack the building for sure. And then we have, I don't know, the tank ready to come do something. I want the tank here because I want to kind of bait the Firefly maybe. If he comes over here to shoot, we could just move out of the way. I don't know. I don't know. Don't know what's going to go on here. Don't know how I feel about this. That's our deployment. Here we go. Time to rock and roll. It's garbage day. And here the Vek are. Right on time. Okay, good. If only we could dump acid on the emerging Vek. Yeah, acid is great, and I can't wait till we get some. That's not happening right now, though. That's a bit of a concern. I could literally just charge it and punch it into the mountain, and then it's dead. I like that a lot. Somebody has to shoot this one and push it away. I want nothing to do with you. That scares the crap out of me. Do we light the forest on fire? Is that something we could maybe use to help us in the long run? I don't know. I don't know. If I move you too far out of the way, though, you gotta be careful, because then we can't necessarily come over here and help deal with that thing. So, like, as much as I could do this and shoot you, do more damage, push you out of the way, something, I don't know. I don't want you too far away from the leader, because I feel like our artillery's probably gonna be the one pushing the leader around the most. We could also shoot the mountain and push you away. That literally does nothing for us, though. Yeah, as weird as it is, you're just going to not do anything for your turn. And then we're going to have 4 Vec to deal with next time, which is scary. I'm hoping we can get the leader to attack things for us. Like, that's kind of what I'm really banking on here. Nope, that's that. Okay. All right. So at least one of them's not doing anything. This is kind of what I was afraid of. That's okay. We can do this. The downside is it's just getting really close, so it's going to just be up in our face for the next couple of turns. We also haven't even hit it at all yet. That's also a huge problem. So you're shooting... Oh, you're shooting this way. Ah. Man, I don't... As of right now, we have no way of, like, killing that thing, especially because our mech here is all tied up. I mean, we can easily just punch it. We can punch any of these things to death. We can also just eat 2 damage from you if we really want to. I don't want to have 2 of these running around, though. I think killing the scorpions is, like, highest priority. I don't know if we're going to be able to kill the boss, which is really unfortunate, because you get a sweet bonus mission if you can do that. We could also move the artillery over here. So I think we just punch this. I think the tank has to come over here and shoot this one. A whopping 1 point of damage. 5 more of those, you know, in the next 3 turns, and we're good to go. I would rather do a bit of damage to each of you, so we will do that. And we have 5 Vec to deal with next turn. This is bad. This is getting out of control. This is unfortunate. It would have been great if we could have gotten some way of using the Firefly here to actually block, like, enemy attacks. That's unfortunate. That's really bad. So if you shoot there, your health is very low. I don't know that we can free our artillery. can if we shoot there first, and then you move over here and punch, and then they'll each just die. That's both of our turns just for that, which is not great. And then you... Man, I wish our tank had more movement. We're going to have to move you over here and then shoot it this way. We're not going to be able to kill the leader. We can protect the headquarters. We're just not going to be able to kill the leader. We got 2 wound up in everything else over here, and then the leader just kind of came over here on its own. If we could have kept the leader grouped up with everybody else... Yeah, maybe this is my poor deployment. Maybe I overthought things. But like, if we could get the leader to kill a bunch of these forests, then we don't have to deal with them. Then we could just hit the leader around. And, you know, I mean, it's too late now. There's really no other options. There we go. Collisions are our best friends. I'm still concerned that you only have the one... Oh my gosh, you're both 1 point away from leveling up. I'm concerned about your health. That's okay, though. We don't have any option here. Or if I could have got you on fire early on, that would have been nice, too. Alright. We got 4 Vec on the field now. What do we do? What's happening? What's the game plan? That sucks. That's bad. This is particularly bad because you are, like, out. You can't do anything. Okay, so, like, we have to shoot you this way. The leader does go first, so like if we just push the bug up this way... Oh man, we have no way of dealing with both of you, do we? We could if this guy were free. But he's not. So it doesn't matter. So... You have to rely on hoping the grid just saves itself. So if we push one of these bugs in the path of the leader... Oh man, I can also... Hang on. No. Dang, I really wish that you were... You could do 3... Oh man, if this were 1 turn earlier. We could shoot the leader here for 1 damage, push it there. We could push it over for no damage, so it would have 3 health. It get shot at by its friend, be down to 2 health. Take fire damage, have 1 health. We could almost kill it. We're so close, but we can't. Dang it. Being webbed sucks. These scorpions are the worst. Did I move you? Just undo all the moving that we've done. You have nothing you can do, so punch it. That's unfortunate. Man, I could also like go over here and body block. Except that I've already taken a damage. So can't do that with you. Could have pushed you out of the way. I mean, basically, we're to free this mech, we're exchanging 1 attack for another. So if you're here, 4 is not enough to get involved in anything. You come over here and punch that one and kill it. That doesn't get us anything. If you stand there, that also doesn't get us anything. If we artilleried this one over here, you would still have to do something. Doesn't matter because you can't reach anyway. We're so just out of position and it's awful. Can we even push you? No, we have no way of doing that. You're just in a crappy position, aren't you? You can't do anything. I was thinking we could have pushed this one, but we have no way of like positioning you to do that. That changes my plan a little bit. Final turn. Man, this has been rough. All right, Riftwalkers reporting in. Localized breach was successful. Yeah, okay, that changes things a little bit. You are going to... Yeah, we'll do a damage to ourselves. That's okay. It'll free him so he can go punch. And if we push this one out of the way and push this one out of the way, you're still going to hit a building. We're losing a building no matter what we do. Or a building is getting shot no matter what we do. You don't have to take a damage, I guess. We could do this. Yeah, that's okay. I gotta be real careful because we don't have a reset anymore. This one's just gonna die, so it doesn't even matter. I was gonna push it into the line of sight of the other one, but it doesn't matter. Ooh, 1 mech movement! That would have been nice to have a couple turns ago. You only shoot for 1 damage, so that's okay. If you didn't finish you off, that's unfortunate. This has been rough. This has just been awful. So that's our first missed objective, which is really bad because if you get all the objectives on the islands, you get an extra bonus on top of everything else. They're like, congratulations, you're amazing, have something super good. With the Abomination still alive, the Vek remain a serious threat to the region. I hope you find more success on the other islands. There we go. Island secure though, so that's another achievement for this squad. That's fine. We're up to 5 movements. We could theoretically move that around a little bit, something, I don't know. That's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. Oh well. Here we go. Here's the store. We can sell pilots that we're not using. We can sell weapons that we're not using. Sell is... donate them to have them stay and help govern the island, I think is a better way of thinking of it. We're basically just selling them. Auto shields. Buildings gain a shield after they take damage. Interesting. It doesn't require any power. It does require a weapon slot. It's free. I mean, we would pay 1 to buy it, but like free power-wise. But the building has to take damage before it triggers, so I don't think that's great. I actually think that's bad. And only one of these things is going to be on sale at a time, so, you know, bummer. Smoke drop. Drop smoke on 5 tiles anywhere on the map. Smoke is interesting. It's also free. Very interesting. Smoke prevents anything from attacking. So anything that's in the smoke, their attack just gets canceled. They can't do anything. It's like when our mechs are submerged in the water. So that's kind of cool. Frost Beam, it's a science class weapon. We don't have a science mech, so it doesn't matter. But cool to look at. Shoots a beam that freezes everything in a straight line. That's pretty neat. It's pretty awesome. Ramming engines for a brute for our tank. Fly in a line, slam into the target, pushing it, but also hurting yourself. So we'd do 1 damage to ourselves. And we would do 2 damage to whatever we hit. And you can see 1 power to power it up, 1 extra power to do 2 damage to me, but 3 to whatever I hit. And then the third one would be just an extra damage to whatever I hit. So 2 damage to my own mech, 4 damage to whatever I crash into. But it's a ramming attack. So I could like move forward 4 spaces or 3 spaces or whatever, like move as far as I can, and then also ram in a straight line in some direction. It's kind of like the Titan's Fist upgrade. That would actually be really cool. I'm really tempted to get the smoke drop. Because if we could just disable an area so whatever's in there can't attack, and that affects leaders, it affects everything. It won't stop like the passive bonus from Scions, but dang. That's really, really, really nice. I think we get that. I think we have to get that. Can only be used once per battle. There might be an upgrade to let us use it additionally per battle? Maybe not. Either way, that's too good to pass up. That's too good to pass up. We'll get a reactor core and then probably just 2 power. Yeah, just because we took some hits and that's, you know, what happens. Yeah, okay, no, we can't upgrade it, so it's literally just 1 use per battle. Sometimes there's a couple of other things I've gotten that have, you know, 1 use per battle, but there's an upgrade for power to let you use it infinite times per battle. This is way too powerful for that, though. Smoke is just unbelievably good. We can even do a little test here. Yeah, and then now they just wouldn't be able to attack. And now they can't attack either. And now you can't attack either. Oh, but now I can't attack either. It stops them from repairing. It's just, it's real good. It's real good. It's real nice. Okay, what do we do? Buildings immune would be pretty cool. Movement on the artillery would be amazing. That would save us from a lot of our problems we've been having. Just, I think movement is just like always the most important thing to get. But the dash punch, you already have +1 mech movement. That's great. He just has that now. So if we install here, then we can do the dash punch. And it lets you like move your mech and then also just punch across the map. Like, it's real good. It's real good. It's super good. And there's, you know, an achievement to get. Excuse me. You know, just, yeah, it's real good. It's real good. So I think we do that. Otherwise, it would be movement for one of the others. I don't know. It's a tough choice, and the big downside here is we're kind of putting all of our eggs in one basket and just putting everything in on Ralph. Which we could get around that, maybe. We could pull Ralph out of here. It'd be reducing your movement, but you don't need it because you can punch, which is great. And we could put Ralph in, like, the artillery. The artillery is the furthest behind experience-wise. I usually use it more for pushing than for actually damaging. So now the artillery gets the extra movement. We still have our grid defense. And you don't have any bonuses, but you can dash punch, which is great. I think that's better. I think that's better. The 3 movement's rough, but the dash punch is so amazingly good. It'll help. It'll help a lot. It'll solve a lot of our problems. Cool. Your reputation, your points here, they don't carry over from island to island, so you use it or lose it. And that's the first island done. So there we go. By completing 1 island, you've unlocked the RST Corporation. In future games, you can play the levels in any order. Anything you have unlocked, you can do them in whatever order. And it scales up based on the number of areas you've done. So this place has like its own types of enemies that you're going to see here, and its own types of environments. Maybe its own types of rewards, I'm not sure. Its own types of missions. And all the enemies will be weaker on whatever the first island is that you do. And then there's more variety and tougher enemies on the second island, regardless of what the order is. And same for the third and same for the fourth. So last time there were only 4 enemy types. Here there's a 5th. 2 of them are new. The Scion does a different thing, and then the leader's a scary red beetle. That's terrifying. This is going to be terrifying. This is going to be awful. But we're also just going to save that for the next video. So yeah, RST Corporation happens next time. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining me. I hope you're enjoying the series. I hope it's not too many awkward silences as I just stare at the board and try to think. I'm really trying to think out loud as we go here, as I've mentioned several times. Yeah, next time Into the Desert. May the grace of the Twilight Dragon be with you.